Hey, a door! How unexpected. This container seems familiar. Isn't it the capsule containing one of those ugly cow chicken hybrids that you irresponsibly launched to the surface of the planet? I hope it was empty already because there's no sign of the mutant itself. These tracks don't bode well. I can't imagine how hard the blow was. It seems to be the only way to get to the military shuttles. I suggest we turn back and try to find a safer place to live.
Leci z dorogi pizza, zjer z dorogi uchodzi. Widzisz obraka kubica, to Niemca co pierjeli. I znowu ta sława rota, a cepi wragów ustoj. Ta ciąga się cztery колеса.
Now you face a fine under Clause 867A of the agreement for damaging the spacesuit with slime of an unknown origin. These are the tracks of the survivors. It's a shame they are bloody. I've detected some signs of an unknown infection on this body. According to Intergalactic Regulation Number 6, you must take some samples. There is a chance that the death was due to a huge hole in his stomach, and there are no traces of infection besides common acne on his face. Still, it's better to be safe and send the sample to Earth. Otherwise, it might turn out like in 2020 with COVID-19, but only we will be the ones to blame. There was a real massacre here not so long ago. Judging by the tangled footprints leading from the cabin, the mutant attacked these unfortunate fellows and got drunk on their blood, which had a lot of something alcohol-containing in it. By the way, there's a chance that these are the only survivors besides us and your interlocutor with a strange accent. To be more precise, they were the only survivors until you launched a capsule with a mutant at them. What the? Run! It's definitely the mutant from the capsule. I hope it won't be able to get in there and come after us, but we'd better get out of here. By the way, we found the shuttles. All the shuttles are damaged. However, we only needed their armor plates in the first place. I don't understand mutant language, but it definitely wants to kill us. It's close. This shuttle has armor plates. You should hurry up. We need to get out of here. The shuttle is under repair. We need to examine it. These sounds aren't good. Looks like it's the control panel for the jack. Here it is, an armor plate that we can use to close the hole in the core. They haven't fully welded it. You need to tear off the brackets and lower the jack. Great! It remains only to lower the jack. I didn't think that the weight of the plate was more than 900 kilos. Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Judging by the remains of the mutant, the plate is really heavy. Are you sure you can't carry it? I hope it was the only one here. It doesn't look like we can carry it. This is a mechanic from some other game. You don't have any strength at all. It's time to go back. I don't know what this monster would have done to us if it had caught up with us, but did you see its terrible animations? I've never seen anything like it. It's definitely the most creepy creature in the universe. It looks like a technical corridor. We can use it to go back so we won't have to crawl through the ventilation system. Some more traces of slime. The mutant clearly used the technical corridors. By the way, I wonder how many mutants survived the flight to the planet. Ah, here's the way out. Probably. And yes, I was right. We got back to Normandy. Great. I recommend that we get out of here as soon as possible. We can't install any armor plates, we can't steal any shuttles, so we have nothing else to do here. By the way, while we were running from the monster, someone patched up our hole and put armor plates on the hole. Probably it's the local repair team who worked on it when they noticed the identification marks on Captain Shepard's ship. So it turns out that we could have stayed in the shuttle all this time. of Normandy. An external docking airlock. You can get inside from here. Or rather, you could get inside if you could break all this ice. Dock now. I have no detailed information about the liner's cooling system in my database, but I'm sure you'll have to find something and break something. I wonder if you can call icicles icicles in zero gravity. Technically, they form in a different way, which means they must have another name. Orbicles, for example. Or, expandicles, bursticles, pressuricles. I don't know. I'll allocate one of my processors for generating the name, perhaps. It looks like this is not a passageway leading to the dome, but a temporary storage module. I didn't know it was located in this part of the liner. So it is. These are temporary storage refrigerators. Everyone who was lucky enough to die during the flight on the liner was placed here, and according to my data, there were many of them. Blunt force trauma to the head? Nothing interesting here. Interesting. The design of these refrigerators is not that simple. If I had more information, I could make a useful blueprint for Normandy. Someone broke the refrigerator, froze the deceased, broke him apart, and then carefully put him back together. Very carefully, just like you. I advise you to throw this away before it melts. This boulder could be named in your honor. Just look at all the stuff it destroyed. Cardiac arrest, a common reaction of an elderly body to G-force. Everything is blocked with ice for the moment. It's unlikely we'll be able to break through. Despite the damage, the nitrogen valve control unit in this refrigerator remained intact. Very interesting. What strange remains? If I make the assumption the coffins can replace the corpses inside them with fresh bodies like batteries, would you think I'm crazy? This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder. I have no idea what it is or how it works. I can't imagine how this happened, but by looking at the junction box in his hand, I can make a rough diagram of how to connect the refrigerator. Looks like I figured out the general concept of integrating thermal control systems, even though I don't have an engineering chip installed in me. All that's left is to study the cooling system controller and figure out where to get the working fluid. Then we can assemble a cooling unit for Normandy. Simple as pie. Now it's clear how to turn the A02 valve all the way to the right, then the 3 nitrogen reduction valves. Turn the B6 valve to the left at a 30-degree angle. Don't forget to depressurize the valve. Well, or like this. All right, time to check the dome. The cooling system controller should be here somewhere. We're looking for some sort of a, box? No, probably a computer, or a room, or maybe a data block, or a barrel with a button. I haven't fully studied what it should look like. Wait a second, this mosaic. So that's why your relative's face seems so familiar to me. A brilliant engineer, one of the creators of the core, and the father of artificial intelligence. It's him! Amazing! Are you sure you're not adopted? The crew was killed shortly before the crash. They didn't even have anything to defend themselves with. I noticed that it's enough for a human to get one hit in any part of the body to die, whereas coffins only die when certain points on the head and stomach are damaged. Ouch, that must hurt. According to some sketchy fragments of data, I assume that it might be the office of your grandpa and his team. Did you know that he was supposed to be on board the liner? An employee pass is required. I wonder if a handy scrapper will do, or if you'll have to search the bodies. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Solids detected. The deceased is on the ship's crew lists. I've checked. I don't know why, though. Nothing of interest. It's a good thing you only need to pass from a corpse, but not the corpse itself. Apparently, your grandpa was supposed to fly as a crew member and monitor the Corps' activity. I wish I'd had a chance to talk to him. Someone's been looking for something here. I wonder what it was. Most likely, the liner's core was remotely controlled from here, but someone broke everything. According to my data, this planetarium has the most detailed map of the galaxy. We could really use it right now. I think the controller must be here somewhere. Here it is, the cooling system controller. I told you it looked like, this. Either the controller is broken, or we don't have access. In any case, I only need to examine its internals, so I suggest using a handy scrapper. Great. This is how it works. Okay, I see. All right. Enough damage. I've made a blueprint of the cooling unit. You can feel how hot my logic board is. No less than 85 degrees. I knew you wouldn't say no. It's hot, isn't it? Just like Normandy's core, which we need to cool down already. However, I have some unpleasant news for you. I found out where to find the working fluid for the cooling unit, but you are unlikely to like it. In any case, we will need a drill and moral depravity. I can't stop thinking about your brilliant relative. He clearly worked here and designed many of the liner's systems. Could the accident have been caused by someone who needed his body or the data from his office? Yes, that's right. The working fluid is inside of them, in the area of the bladder. We really need it, but they don't. Another elderly person with cardiac failure. And don't envy their funerary spacesuits. It must be so stressful for them. It's the working fluid, no doubt about it. That should work. When installing it, don't touch the core's shell. Great, it works. At least now you won't get fried inside of me and smear my lining with your combustion residue. It looks like Normandy is fully prepared for another acceleration. That is, if the friend or foe system works and we are not destroyed on our approach to the accelerating station, of course. No, there is definitely something wrong here. I tried to track the flight path of your relative's body using the information of the coffins we opened earlier. He disappeared right after you lost him. Moreover, the other coffins didn't receive either any signal about the destruction of the coffin or its coordinates.